In Madrid, a few friends were spending the night together. Everything normal. Until a strange sound from the bathroom changed the mood completely.
¿Están escuchando? Soy yo. Se están escuchando mazo de ruidos, tú. Yo vine del baño.
No vayas, estás loco,
Hermano.
¿Qué es lo que quiere que vayas? Vale, venga, poco a poco, tío.
They pause. It's coming from the bathroom. No one had gone in there for hours. They grab a phone and head closer. But what they catch next, no one was ready for.
¿Hola?
Una polla. Hermano, estoy mucho mal rollo,
¿Hay alguien ahí?
No.
Hermano.
Tira, vamos a ver lo que hay.
Pero, hermano, no.
Vamos a ver, acércate un poco más. Tira. Asoma la cámara. Espérate. Espérate lo que hay, no hay nada. No hay nada ahí.
¡Hostia puta! ¡Corre! What the fuck? No.
Behind the counter, a pale face stares back. Eyes too wide, too still. It doesn't blink or move, just watches. Some say it's edited. Others swear they saw the same thing there before. Either way, would you open that door?
I've seen a lot of strange footage over the years, but what you're about to see in this video is very unsettling and disturbing. Every clip that you're about to watch comes from emails from viewers like you and also uploads that were found online. And in many cases, the people filming didn't realize that something was off in the footage until they watched it back later. From unexplained sightings to paranormal moments caught on camera, this video is sure to creep you out. The night shift. A nurse is filming a routine tutorial inside a hospital operating room. Her account is strictly professional. Every upload is educational and meant for students, until this one.
So here we have two different kinds of sutures, polypropylene, monofilament, and chromic catgut. The difference between these two is that this one is dissolvable and it's animal derived, and the sutures last anywhere from 60 to 90 days.
As she explains surgical sutures, she suddenly stops mid-sentence and notices something unsettling off camera. Quickly, she leaves the room and tells another nurse nearby what happened.
Right now. I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Moments later, she turns her phone back on, this time approaching the women's restroom, which is out of service.
Can you please just show yourself? Just give me a sign.
She asks whatever might be there to show itself. Then she does something unsettling. She leaves the phone recording and places it on the ground.
Do whatever you want.
And then exits the wing entirely. Leaving the phone recording in complete darkness. At first, nothing happens. But when she returns to retrieve it, everything changes. As she walks back towards the room, a strange sound suddenly stops her in her tracks. Without anyone touching it, the door begins to close on its own. Seconds later, through the window of the automatic doors up ahead, something rushes past.
That's great.
A dark figure, moving far too fast to be a normal person. The nurse says she has no explanation for what she witnessed, and aside from this incident, almost nothing else has ever been posted about it. So what do you think she encountered that night? A spirit? Or something far more sinister?
A woman wakes up in the dead of night to find her son knocking at the front door. But the terrifying part is her son is sleeping peacefully right next to her. This is absolutely one of the most chilling real-life recordings I have ever seen. At 3 a.m., the couple's phones start vibrating frantically, their doorbell system blaring with alert. They check the security camera and freeze. Standing on the porch is a young boy staring dead into the lens. It's their son, but the suffocating reality hits when they turn their heads to see their actual son fast asleep. Sleep in the room. What exactly is standing outside? Which one is real? Pure dread fills the room. The father takes a deep breath and gathers the two head downstairs. The moment he steps into the living room, the overhead light begin to violently flicker. The thing outside seems to sense him approaching and starts pounding wildly on the door, using the exact same movements and voice as their son, begging him to open it with trembling hands. The father grabs the doorknob and slowly pulls the door open. However, what happens the moment that door opens will leave everyone deeply unsettled.
Smooch, come on. It's okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here.
After a few minutes of trying to get the dog's attention, she eventually starts shouting, "Leave my dog alone." She appears convinced that some kind of presence is bothering her pet. Holding her ground, she keeps urging the dog to return to her.
Good. I opened your cabinet for you. Come on. Come on. Smooch, come on. Come here, baby. Come on. Leave my dog alone. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Come on, Smooch. Come. 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 Come.
As we saw at the end, the dog never obeys and instead backs away around the corner.
He was sitting in bed doing nothing when a knock came from inside his closet, and he threw his water bottle at it. Then got up and opened the closet, and there was nothing in there, so he went through it properly, every shelf, every corner, then behind the whole thing, and there was nothing there either, no gap anyone could fit in, no way in or out. And this was the third night straight, 3 days without a single hour of sleep, because it starts up the second he lies down, always from in there. Always stopping the moment he opens it, and he stood in the middle of the room shouting that he'd had enough, that it wouldn't let him sleep, that it wouldn't let him do anything at all, and in the end, he gave up on sleeping and stayed awake watching the closet.
You don't let me sleep, you don't let me do all.
During well excavation in a village area of Acapulco, Mexico, workers made a discovery that brought the digging to an immediate halt. Trapped in the hole they had been digging was a humanoid creature with limbs resembling those of a spider.
Tiene como patas de araña y nos está viendo. Mejor no hace ruido, si se llega a salir, que Dios nos agarre.
Its anatomy unlike anything the workers, or anyone who later viewed the footage, could identify with confidence. The creature was alive when found, and the footage capturing both its appearance and the reaction of those present circulated quickly once shared online. What was done with it after the discovery, and what it actually was, has not been publicly confirmed by any authority involved.
5 creepy CCTV clips were captured at night. A shadow disappears in seconds. A girl stares into the camera without moving. A wheelchair rolls by itself, something crawls on the ceiling, and a man vanishes inside an elevator. Nobody knows if these videos are fake or truly haunted.
In this video, a man shared his experience while riding a trail bike through a forest path at night. He recorded the ride just for documentation, but the quiet atmosphere quickly turned unsettling. The dark path with no lighting, accompanied only by the sound of the motorcycle engine, made the situation feel tense. But at one point, he was startled by something that should not have been there in the middle of the woods. Watch carefully. A few seconds later, a mysterious sound is heard clearly, as if coming from deep within the trees. The man claimed he heard the sound in person, not just in the recording. Even when he accelerated, the sound seemed to follow behind him, not fading away. Many viewers say the voice sounds like a ghost calling out to someone, but the question remains, did the sound truly come from something invisible? Or was it just an echo in the quiet forest? What do you think? This video shows a group of hikers climbing Mount Sibayak at night. Initially, they were simply resting along the hiking route while recording their surroundings. The dark, foggy conditions made the area appear silent with no activity around. But unintentionally, when the camera pointed toward the trail ahead, a white figure appeared, sitting still in the distance.
Buat kalian, untuk pendaki-pendaki, tolong kurangi, kok nggak capek kali kan jalanan yang kalian tengok tuh. Iya. Pesan ya, buat para pendaki-pendaki, perbaiki jalannya. Tolong yang perbaiki ya jalannya. Gak tahan lu, perut gak tahan. Aman lah kedan.
If we observe closely, the figure looks like a woman with long hair wearing white, resembling the appearance of a ghost often associated with night hikes. However, to this day, it has not been confirmed what was actually captured, whether it was truly a supernatural entity or just a shadow that looked frightening in the darkness. What do you think?
Japanese horror is known for being extremely and unsettlingly disturbing. During a recording of a couple on a seemingly romantic trip, something utterly terrifying was allegedly captured as they explored a shadowy, abandoned building located tucked away behind the inn where they were staying. As the recording continues, the couple begins to walk through the place and soon encounters something very strange in the middle of the hallway. With the rotting ceiling falling apart and the cracked walls peeling and moldy, the grim signs of decay and abandonment were clear, looking like a scene straight out of a horror movie. I confess I'd be absolutely terrified of what malevolent presence I might find there, especially in those eerie, darkest spots. Up until then, despite the creepy vibe, it didn't seem like anything more than just another abandoned building. However, everything would change drastically the moment the boy filming looked back at the unsettling empty back of that dark room and unexpectedly came across this. The young man panics upon seeing a pale face in the upper corner of the door. Without a second thought, he ends up abandoning his own girlfriend and runs down the stairs in desperation.
Hey, welcome to Fearen Fear Files, where we question and explore the truth. Okay, Been under the weather a little bit, but I'm back to bring y'all some of these bangers that I done got for you. I got some good ghost stories and incidents in captures. Even got a little bit of the dog man going on in here. Okay, so without further ado, and thank y'all for tuning in. And if you like these videos, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Alright? So let's get on to these videos.
Terrifying things found by YouTubers. In this YouTube video uploaded to YouTube on the 20th of July 2019, two friends are dirt bike riding in the middle of nowhere. As they continue to explore, they then come across something very strange in the distance. A girl is seen just walking alone on the trail, and this confused the two friends because they were literally in the middle of nowhere. When the two friends got back home, they found out that the girl was actually missing person Carly Gusso, so they straight away called the police.
Oh my god guys, what the hell is that straight down there? We're in the Witch's Coven Woods. We've never seen this before, so we're going to see if there's anything there. Sarah's just spotted it from the top of the ridge. And we've never, well, I've been down here. Down this area was an old place where people used to do practicing dark arts. And they keep on moving the altars. So I've then moved it down here. I think we can get down here.
We've hid it out of the way.
So we're going to see what's there. What we find. What will we find? Nothing or something?
Wow, that took some work.
Is it amazing bushcraft? Or is it something a bit more sinister? Let's see. Wow. Wow. This is cool. Are we going to find something? That's a circle fire pit. Is there something on the fire pit? Something that shouldn't be? Don't see anything yet.
This took hours.
This is weird. Look at this for a giant. This is cool. They normally hide stuff. If they're gonna have something, it would be hidden in the trees, above the trees. What's there?
Oh. A bird cage.
There's just something. I noticed something around here somewhere as we were walking down. There's like a seat, a chair. Ah, let's check this. Yeah, this place is extremely haunted, meant to be haunted by witches. So.
I think there'll be a curse on that for anyone who goes in who's not allowed to go in.
If it's a coven owned, then possibly, but if it's just people doing their bushcraft skills, then no.
A smaller one.
But this place is known for covens and witchcraft and dark arts. Another one. Let's see if we can find anything around it. They're normally hidden. This place used to be, there used to be two altars, two sacrifice altars to serve people.
This is a selection point, isn't it, or something? Or
Yeah.
over, they're going to do another bit here.
Why is that? There's not any bit. Oh, it's there. What? There's the road. So yeah. So there's just that there. That is out there.
Like an old one, or?
Yeah.
Under the Weather is a channel built around the Scottish outdoors. James hikes, wild camps, and treks through some of the most remote parts of Scotland, filming what it actually looks and feels like to be out there, not the polished version, the real one. In this particular video, the real version turned out to be something he wasn't prepared for. He'd set out in search of the Marston Stones, standing stones near Stirling, believed to be around 5,000 years old, placed there long before most of recorded history. James had tried to find them before and failed each time.
Welcome back. On our way to find some 5,000-year-old standing stones. They were placed there by Druids many moons ago. I've tried to find this place a few times, and I got lost every single time. So let's hope we have a better chance today. I think you need to cross the river. That's just what I've been told. Cross the river, then take a right and a right again. And we'll see how we get on. Onward, Christian soldier.
The hike itself was stunning, the kind of landscape that makes the effort worthwhile before you've even reached the destination. Finding the stones turned out to be harder than expected, but he got there, and once he did, he started looking for somewhere to make camp for the night. He found a small spot tucked between trees near the stones, sheltered, quiet, and seemingly ideal.
Look at that. What is this? A perfect space for a tent, isn't it? Where am I going to have my fire though? I want the fire near the tent. Or maybe I have to... Yeah, I think I'm just going to set up right here with the fire here as well. Yeah, sounds like a plan.
As dark came in, he got a fire going and settled beside it. The night felt calm, easy even. And then, breaking the silence from somewhere above the trees, a helicopter, flying low, circling.
Can you hear the helicopter? Been flying over quite a bit, and I just hope that they aren't looking for someone and I've got a fire going and I can get rescued, if you know what I mean, because I don't need rescued yet. Looks like the fact is starting to come out the chicken, which is setting the fire alight. All good news.
A woman from Thailand who is known for frequently exploring paranormal locations visits an old abandoned wooden house. The house is located far from any residential area and is known by locals as a place rarely visited at night. Using only minimal lighting, she slowly enters the house while recording every room she passes through. The deeper she moves inside, the quieter and more unsettling the atmosphere becomes.
ถึงแล้วบ้านครูนาฏศิลป์นะคะมีเหมือนเสียงคนเดินด้านบนเดี๋ยวนะอะไรอ่ะมันคืออะไรอ่ะเฮ้ยหัวคนนี่หัวคนจำได้ไหมทุกคนโลนี้เหมือนสังกะสีบิวปิวไปอ่ะเฮ้ยไอ้นี่ขาคนขาห้อยลงมาขาห้อยลงมาเลยเนี่ยขาห้อยลงมาเลยทุกคนกดรีโพสต์ให้หน่อยนะคะใช่โลนี้แหละใช่ทุกคนช่วยรีโพสต์นะคะอย่าให้เกิดเหตุการณ์อย่างนั้นอีกช่วยกันรีโพสต์ให้เราหน่อยนะคะพี่กดแชร์กดรีโพสต์เป็นกำลังใจให้หน่อยนะคะโอ้ยวันหนึ่ง 1,600 ท่านนะคะ ตัวมานี่เลย
As the camera points toward one section of the house, a figure suddenly appears resembling an upside-down head with a dark face, as if peeking directly toward the woman. The appearance happens very quickly and immediately changes the atmosphere into something terrifying. The woman instantly screams in panic and backs away because she feels what she saw was not an ordinary human being. The short recording continues to be discussed to this day and is considered one of the scariest incidents ever captured during a nighttime exploration.
Basically, I'm going to be checking every single little passage now because of the fact that there might be some graffiti in there. Look at that. That's, like I said, that's like a sponge. Looks like I might actually be at the end. Yeah, that's it on that one. Man, this has to be an old mine because, I mean, round timbers are used in so many places. It's amazing how this is just snaking through the mountain. Look at that, that's dirt.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
She thought one of her kids had called her, even though they were all asleep. Late one night, she was staying at an Airbnb while her husband stepped out to grab snacks. Their kids had already gone to bed, but she suddenly heard someone quietly say, "Mom." Thinking one of her children needed her, she checked their room. They all insisted they never called her, so she headed upstairs to check on the last child, sleeping on the couch. That's when she heard it again. This time, it was crystal clear.
Shut the fuck up, dude. What?
Did y'all come out? And don't lie. I'm gonna have to sleep with y'all. Something's going on.
Later, she replayed the footage over and over, and that's when she noticed something even stranger. The figure peeking around the stairs looked almost exactly like her husband's head, but according to her, he had already left the Airbnb to grab snacks before any of this happened. She believes she captured what people call a mimic. What do you think she really saw at the bottom of those stairs? His daughter woke him up at 3 a.m. because she could hear children laughing outside her window. The first time, he thought she was just imagining it, but when it happened again the next night, he decided to check for himself.
Pero ¿cómo se va a escuchar risa de niña, hija? A ver, pónsale esa mano. Pónsale esa. A ver, ven, amor. Lo verga se me dio miedo. ¿Dónde escuchaste las voces? Pero se escuchan voces.
¿Risas?
¿Dónde más?
Allá.
At first, there was nothing.
¿Qué es eso?
¿Qué es eso? No sé. ¿Qué verga es?
No te agarra la cámara.
¿No me agarra? No sé.
Papá, ¿qué es eso?
No sé. ¿Tiene?
Es que no se mira nomás en la cámara. Nomás se mira en la cámara porque sí.
The family says they never figured out who or what they saw that night. Type 1 if you think it was paranormal. Type 2 if you think there's another explanation. This balloon wasn't the scariest thing he caught on camera. A school janitor started recording after noticing one balloon kept following him wherever he walked. The school was built over an old cemetery, and workers had long claimed strange things happened during the night shift.
I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there. Shit. Just... Ooh, okay. See, no.
But while he was focused on the balloon, something else entered the frame.
It just follows me no matter what. Ooh! No, I can't.
Later, he admitted he was too scared to work alone after that night. Whether it was a draft, a prank, or something else, no one has been able to explain both the balloon and the shadow together. Type 1 if you think this was paranormal. Type 2 if you think there was a normal explanation. He thought someone was hiding behind this tree, but every time he went back, the mystery only got stranger. A father was filming his daughter at a park in Sinaloa, Mexico, when he noticed someone standing behind a nearby tree. At first, he assumed it was just another person, so he called out, but no one answered. Instead, whatever was behind the tree peeked out more than once.
Sí se miró. Sí se miró. ¡Hey! ¡Hey! ¿Quién está ahí? Neta, yo sí miré, alcancé a ver algo. Mira, ¿te checaste? ¿Viste? A ver. Oh, mira, mira.
¿Qué es eso? Ay, no.
Asómate.
The next morning, he returned to the exact same spot, not to look for the figure, but to answer one question. Could someone actually hide behind that tree? As he got closer, he realized the trunk was much thinner than it had looked the night before, thin enough that it became difficult to explain what everyone had seen. That only made people even more curious. So after countless requests, he decided to go back one last time.
Mira, aquí estamos yo y mi esposa, y por la neta esta vez no quisimos bajar, por precaución, porque no sabemos qué es lo que puede haber ahí. Entonces, mejor nos quedamos aquí, pero ahí se mira donde está solo. Mira, ahí están los juegos, donde está nada prácticamente. Ay, no mames. Mira. No me jodas. Ay, no más, chequen ustedes, miren. No, vámonos mejor.
Would you have gone back after the first night, or was seeing that figure enough? A man bought this camera from a flea market, then suddenly stopped posting online. In December 2025, a man from Mexico found an old digital camera at a local flea market. It didn't just look old, it was covered in a strange red sticky substance. Still, he decided to buy it. After cleaning it up, he managed to get it working again. Not long after, his dog suddenly began reacting to something that wasn't there. No one could explain why.
A Tuco no le gusta la cámara.
Ven, Tuco, ven. Tuco, ven. Ven, mira, Tuco. Una foto, Tuco. No. Mira, Tuco. No, Tuco. Tuco. Hey. Ya, bueno, ya.
Curious about the camera's history, he checked the SD card that came with it. Most of the photos looked completely normal, just an ordinary family, until he opened the final folder.
Última carpeta. Parece ser su casa de noche. Todo está muy desordenado. Es obvio lo que está regado en el suelo. Realmente no sé qué opinar. La última foto.
Instead of getting rid of the camera, he kept documenting everything online, including his dog's increasingly strange behavior. Then, on December 22nd, he uploaded one final update. In it, he claimed that many people could no longer see one of his videos and asked his followers to share it because he believed it was being shadow banned. That was the last thing he ever posted. Since then, his account has remained completely silent. Do you think this was all just an internet mystery, or did he uncover something he wasn't supposed to?
Dude, what the fuck?
The moving chair wasn't the strangest thing he caught on camera that night. Most people would have never gone back inside. He did. And that's when he heard something that made him leave for good.
Who's there?
The music stopped the moment he called out. He immediately ran back outside. Later, he posted that he left the house and spent the night at a friend's place. He never tried to explain what caused the chair to move or who was playing the piano. Now it's your turn. Type 1 if you think.
All right. That was very interesting. But did y'all see that first reel about that Bigfoot was in dude's house, man? And it was just standing over there in the corner, and he was just sitting there watching. Do you think that was real or fake? And then that just jumped him? Hope he made it through that. It don't look like he made it too good to me. All right. If y'all think he made it, man, leave a comment. Or do you think it's AI? Man, that looked kind of real to me, because it looked like back in the day. Maybe he was raising the Bigfoot and he got tired and didn't feed him. Man. The dude got hungry or something, man, and he wouldn't feed dude, man. Dude got mad. I don't know. leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. All right, let's get to the next one.
Here is a brand new, pretty clear dogman capture taken by a survey pilot over northern Michigan. And what's cool is the dogman actually originated from Michigan, so we see a lot of sightings there too, so the locations definitely line up. But pretty much the anonymous pilot claimed the creature, quote, stalked his helicopter. The uploader states, quote, the pilot said the encounter began during a low-altitude land survey over the isolated forests west of Cadillac near Michigan's Manistee National Forest. As the helicopter followed a rocky ridge, the crew noticed a large dark figure moving through the trees below them, end quote. Upon seeing this figure, they thought, oh, it's probably just a black bear or something. But as they lowered down even closer to get a better look, it reportedly stood up on its two hind legs and looked right towards the cockpit. At this moment, one of them took out their cameras and snapped the picture we see today. They flew away shortly after, and they took another snapshot of it at a lower altitude, and this one's pretty frightening as well. The pilots claim that they circled to get another look at the creature and its behavior changed. Instead of fleeing, it actually began running beneath the helicopter. It followed them for a while, ducking in and out of trees and reappearing in clearings. The crew said, quote, we don't think we were simply being followed, it was tracking our movement. Now, of course, since this is a newer encounter and we're in this AI age these days, many speculate artificial intelligence, which it could potentially be, and we can't completely rule it out for this one, sadly. And that's the biggest issue with new evidence nowadays. People will just claim it's AI even if it's legit. What happens when a real photo or video comes out and everybody just calls it AI? I don't know, but this pilot's story here and everything seems pretty realistic and definitely interesting to say the least.
On February 15th, 2026, the YouTube channel CJ Faison uploaded a video of a nighttime exploration in the Pocomoke Forest in the United States. At first, it was meant to be a normal ghost hunting trip, but the night slowly turned into something far more dangerous.
Man, do you think the legend of the Hook Man is real?
Huh?
The Hook Man of the Pocomoke, do you actually think that's a real story?
Hook Man.
The story we were reading earlier.
Oh. Dude, I guess anything's possible.
You think a man is running around with a hook in his hand?
I mean, dude.
Before entering the woods, he warned viewers that the situation they were about to see was one of the most dangerous mistakes they had ever made while exploring. What started as a simple adventure would soon become a terrifying experience.
We like to have a lot of fun, but this video is a very, very scary, very weird scenario that we got ourselves into. And number one, use this as a learning lesson for all of you out there who are out there exploring the woods at night or may just explore abandoned structures, whatever the case might be.
Later that night, he and his friend walked deep into the dark forest, searching for an old hidden graveyard that people say lies somewhere in the woods.
Material, but you also cause a lot of pain. Was that you? What? Oh. Oh, you're lucky you didn't get that in the pecker.
Yeah.
That would have hurt.
That would have done some damage.
Here.
Hey, buddy. Holy shit, dude. What in the
June 2022, 3-year-old Riker Webb vanished from his home in Montana. For 2 days, he was alone in the deep wilderness, surrounded by predators and freezing temperatures. When he was finally found, the search party didn't find a crying toddler. They found this.
Bro, what in the ever-loving am I looking at right now? Dude, this kid's coming up on me. Like, hey, buddy. Are you okay? You can't be out here.
Skeptics say he was just in shock, but many who have watched this footage say there is something off about his expression. His eyes look too old, too focused, as if he had seen something in those woods that changed his soul. Some believe Riker never truly came out of the forest, and that something else took his place. How does a 3-year-old survive 2 nights alone in the wild and come back looking like this? Tell me what you see in those eyes. Follow for the next file.
On March 4th, 2026, the YouTube channel Johnny Paranormal uploaded a video documenting a search that left even longtime viewers unsettled. The creator, Johnny, regularly explores remote locations, but even for him, this place seemed to carry a different kind of presence. The video opens with him walking along a rugged trail near the edge of the Badlands, explaining that he had been searching the nearby forest for hours. The park itself was vast, filled with thick trees, and as Johnny moved through it, he pointed out small campsites scattered throughout the woods. Some were nothing more than a piece of cloth left behind or a rope tied to a branch, but they were enough to suggest that people had been staying out there. At one point, he noticed something that immediately caught his attention. Near the side of the trail, there were markers tied to branches, small ribbons that looked surprisingly recent. In forests like this, ribbons were sometimes used by hikers to mark paths, but these appeared different. The colors shifted between yellow and red, and they seemed spaced out carefully, almost as if someone had intentionally created a route leading deeper into the woods.
I was just about to walk out, but this is real new, so we have to trace it up, team. We don't want anybody spending longer in this forest than they have to. Oh, there's more markers over there. Red ones. Always sucks me back in. That's the last yellow marker, but I put in markers every 5-10 meters. The red marker.
John.
There's something going on here. People are running. We're gonna. Okay. People are running away. We have. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? People are running. People are shooting. Maybe I just heard a shot, but I'm not sure if that's true. Okay, so this is the Place de la République. This is the center of Paris, where after the Charlie Hebdo massacres, thousands of people gathered. The same was happening here again today. It's amazing that this was allowed to happen because there's still a state of emergency going on. And actually, yesterday, the police said that people should be leaving. No, it's, people yesterday basically said they should leave, but people have decided to come back. And as you can see, it's calmed down a little bit. We don't know whether that was a scare. We have no idea what exactly was going on.
Hey, there's shit happening.
There's something.
And this is where things go from odd to insane.
This time I brought my laser. Did you see that? Dude, it like lights up. It lights up.
When the beam hits the object, something becomes visible.
Dude, there's something like around it. No drone does that. No drone does that. It's literally like invisible or see-through. And it's like, it's round.
I slowed this footage down, increased the exposure slightly, just enhancing it, not adding or changing anything to showcase what this object may be.
It's tiny, and then when I like hit it with the beam, it like is bigger. Like, see, there's like, it's literally a circle. Bro, that is not a plane.
He continues shining the laser on it, talking to the people in the live chat, and every time the laser hits it, it appears almost perfectly spherical.
Look at that. It's like small, and then when you hit it, there's like a little force field around it. You see, it's like a bubble.
And then suddenly, the object appears to drop.
It's going down. Hold on. Sorry, guys, hold on. My fingers are so cold, I can't even press a button correctly. Wait. That's it right there. It's at the ground. It's at the ground. It's shining literally at the ground. I'm gonna go get it. I'm going. That's not a drone. We're going.
Hey, now, I think those were different dates that they had in Ohio for the skinwalker. They must have a drill, because those kids look like they knew what they were doing. You know, they must have a drill for skinwalkers, allegedly. They may have skinwalkers in Ohio walking around in that they know about. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's never put in the news about this stuff. It's all this stuff now is just really starting to come to light. But let's keep on watching and see what else they got in store for us out here.
Window. Caitlin, do you see that? Come here, look in the window. What is this? What the? What is that? I don't know.
So what we're looking at, I'm going to tell you something that's really creepy that very much has Slender Man vibes. I know Slender Man tends to be a very tall entity, but that looks a lot like a Slender Man. All you can see is its head. And whenever you catch it right here, when it shifts over, right there, you see it shift over just a little bit on the side of that door jamb, and its shoulder literally looks like it has black on its shoulder. Guys, that is very, very similar to Slender Man. I'm not saying that's what this girl has going on in her house. I hope that's not happening, because Slender Man is a very, very scary entity. They like to take things. That's what they like to do. Not going to get into the specifics of that, because YouTube will demonetize this episode if I do say anything of what the Slender Man really does. Just they take things.
This is one of the most disturbing rake or pale crawler videos I've seen, and it's also very new, just taken on the late night of June 26th, 2026. The The woman caught the creature on her doorbell camera. She got an alert from her front door camera that motion was detected. So she pulled up the app and looked at the live feed, and what she saw made her heart drop. A pale humanoid figure crawls past. Just look at the way this thing moves. It doesn't move like a human. Look at the way its leg bounces up as it crawls. Its movements are definitely unnatural. In this frame here, the bottom portion of its legs look insanely tiny. There's no muscle or fat there at all, just straight bone. Some viewers said they look like chicken's legs because they appear wider at the top than really thin as they go down. Some go as far as to speculate that it's some kind of chicken-human hybrid. People are calling it the Chicken Man. Yes, a Chicken Man creature would be downright disturbing, but I think it looks more like a pale crawler, like the Rake or something. Regardless of what it is, the footage is completely unsettling. Some skeptics aren't satisfied though, and say it could just be a person playing a prank on the homeowners. Which of course this could be the case, but how would you explain the way it moves and its legs? Could it somehow be an illusion, a trick of the camera or something? Or is it the real deal? The video clip quickly went viral right after she posted it, and commenters seem pretty torn too. But what do you guys think it is? Explainable or unexplainable? Let me know in the comments down below.
On July 31st, 2026, this photo was uploaded with the caption, "Night camera captured this." The OP says, "I live alone. Nobody else has a key to my house. I decided to put up a motion-activated camera in my bedroom. This morning, I captured this terrifying photo. A figure can be seen on top of the OP while they sleep. What do you think this could be?"
Watch the object in the sky. This was captured over Miami on August 14th. And what happens next has the witness seriously convinced something is wrong.
What the? Say, Prince. That looked crazy. Is that a plane? What is that? No, seriously, what is that?
As the sighting continues, she becomes increasingly frightened and even questions whether they're being attacked. Look closely at the objects.
Is that a shooting star? No. I'm gonna literally be... No way. No freaking way. No, literally there's like glitter around it. I'm not even kidding you. There's like glitter around it. Is it multiple? Are we being attacked?
There appear to be multiple illuminated objects flying through the sky, but based off this footage, it's hard to tell exactly what they are.
What is that? I'm kind of freaking out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh Lord God. Oh Lord God.
UFO, aircraft, drones, flares, meteors. Watch it again and tell me what you think.
What is that? No, seriously, what is that? Is that a shooting star? No. I'm gonna literally be... No way. No freaking way.
No, literally there's like glitter around it. I'm not even kidding you. There's like glitter around it. Is it multiple? Are we being attacked? What is that? I'm kind of freaking out. I'm kind of freaking out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh God. Oh Lord God. Oh Lord God.
This is the most chilling video that you will see all day. Watch this. My friends from Pixie Paranormal in the UK sent me this video just this morning, and I wanted to share it immediately. They believe they captured what is either a skinwalker or a wendigo while conducting a paranormal investigation in a local park. This sent chills down my spine. I'm just going to let you watch the entire video. I want to know in the comments, what do you think this is? Is this some kind of skinwalker or wendigo? I want to know. Watch this video. It's terrifying.
When the sun goes down.
Got a load of kids running around in here. Can you hear them all?
That's a big ass dog.
That's a girl crying. Can you hear that, guys? Hang on. Turn the lights off for a minute, people. Turn these lights off. Turn these lights off. Hang on a minute, guys.
This live photo was sent in yesterday, July 28th, 2026. They said, I recently moved into a house in Savannah, Georgia. Last night, I was in bed sleeping when I suddenly woke up and seen this human-shaped figure by the back fence. I'm not saying this is in fact paranormal. I'm just asking if you noticed anything that I didn't. What do you think this could be?
A woman standing by her apartment window accidentally captured something deeply disturbing on camera, and once people saw the footage online, they started calling it one of the creepiest videos ever recorded. It started late at night when it noticed movement near a narrow alley across the street. At first she thought it was just a person walking in the dark, but when she zoomed in with her camera, her stomach dropped. Stepping slowly out of the shadows was a tall black figure. With impossibly long legs, its body looked unnaturally thin and stretched almost too tall to fit inside the alley. People online began comparing it to the terrifying Japanese legend of the 8-foot woman, but this thing looked even darker and far more twisted. The woman instantly started panicking and backed away from the window, but before she could even process what she was seeing, she noticed something even worse. Directly across from her building, inside the darkness, the street. A massive shadow had started appearing, and it was getting longer every second, like something was slowly standing up and watching her. From below, the video cuts off right before she starts screaming, and trust me, part 2 gets even crazier. Follow me for the next part.
This photo was taken on a trail camera located on private property in Georgia. It was captured just a few days ago, and the uploader hung this trail camera up for hunting purposes. The uploader was asked to submit another photo of the same spot during the day, and he did. There is no visible figure in the day shot. What makes this believable to me is the OP has never posted anything paranormal to his account, just trail camera captures of animals. Do you think this could be real paranormal evidence?
Oh yeah, and the tornadoes have been absolutely insane.
Right there. Yeah, you can see it too. That's a tornado. Yeah, that's definitely a tornado.
And a lot of people have been seeing the sky turning green before these storms, which is also kind of abnormal. I've never seen it turn this shade of green before.
It's green. It's fuck.
And if you guys remember, there's been reports all around the United States of like non-stop lightning.
This is actually live right now. The camera every once in a while moving around too, but that is a lot of lightning.
Okay guys, this is one of the most insane lightning strobing events I have seen in quite some time.
May 25th, 2026, Reddit user SadShock6569 shared a post with a title, "Dude with a construction vest and Halloween mask walked in front of a car in Hopkinton last night." According to the poster, they were driving home on a quiet road near Interstate 85 around 11:30 p.m. when someone suddenly appeared in the headlights. At first, the person looked like an ordinary construction worker. He wore a reflective safety vest and a hard hat, the kind of outfit that makes any driver instinctively slow down. But something wasn't right. There were no work trucks, no flashing lights, or cones. Most importantly, it was not normal that just one worker came out on the road at that hour. Take a look. As the car approached, the man calmly stepped into the road.
A follower from Louisiana sent me this, and after his family shot at a creature that was stalking their house, their neighbors showed up the next morning with a wound in the exact same spot. Now, this story was sent to me by a viewer named Kareem, and he told me that it happened to his cousin Nadia back in the fall of 2015. And this happened in Shreveport, Louisiana. Now, I can't verify any of this as always, so take it as entertainment and you decide for yourself. But if what his family experienced is true, then they may have discovered exactly what had been living next door to them all along. So according to Kareem, this happened to his cousin Nadia and her family in Shreveport, Louisiana. And the neighborhood that they lived in was a very close-knit, tight group of people. And many of the families that were originally from Haiti or the Dominican Republic had migrated there many years ago, so it was a solid group. And stories about spirits, curses, and brujas weren't treated as fairy tales. They were treated as like warnings, and real warnings. And there was this one woman in particular who made everyone uneasy in the neighborhood. She lived only a few houses away, and nobody could ever prove that she'd done anything wrong, but strange things always seemed to happen whenever she was around, or shortly after she would leave. Pets would disappear. People claimed that they woke up exhausted after vivid nightmares of her. Children refused to walk past her yard after sunset. And whenever someone brought up the rumors that she practiced witchcraft, she'd never confirm them, but she also never denied them either. And the adults in Nadia's family had one rule that was never to be broken, and that was never accept food from her at all, no matter what. It didn't matter if it was fruit, vegetables, anything from her garden. No candy, nothing. If she ever offered you something, you would politely refuse and just keep walking. Nobody ever explained why, but only that there was something off with her. Then in the fall of 2015, everything changed. Just after midnight one evening, the family heard something outside. And at first they assumed it was maybe a wild hog or some type of wild animal. Louisiana has plenty of them, but this was different. Nadia looked through the living room curtains and she froze. Standing near the edge of the property was what she described as an enormous wild boar, except it wasn't built like one. Its shoulders were strangely broad, its front legs looked almost like arms, its posture wasn't normal. It wasn't like it was completely on all fours, and the way that it would stare back at them felt almost like this thing was part human. It didn't charge at the house. It simply just walked slow circles around the property, watching like it was waiting for them, and eventually it disappeared into the darkness. Now, the family barely slept that night, and the next morning they mentioned it to the neighbor, that everyone believed was a bruja, and she smiled and almost like she already knew what they were talking about. And then she just laughed and was like, "Oh, that's just something that protects the area." That was it, nothing more. And they had asked her, what she meant by that, Is that, you know, does it symbolize something? But she wouldn't answer. She only smiled again, and she would change the subject. Now, the following night, the creature ended up coming back, and this time it got closer. The scratching along the walls continued for hours, heavy footsteps echoed around the windows, and at one point, something slammed against the side of the house hard enough to shake framed pictures off of the walls, and they fell down and broke. Still, no one dared to go outside. And by the third night, Nadia's father had reached his limit and he was completely over the whole thing. So he loaded up the shotgun, turned on the porch light, and he just waited. And sometime a little after midnight, he saw it. It came back, and it was standing near the fence, just watching the house. And he yelled for it to leave, and it didn't move. Instead, it just slowly stepped closer. And he raised up the shotgun, and he fired. The blast hit what looked like the creature's right arm, and the creature let out a scream unlike anything that he'd ever heard before. And it disappeared into the darkness almost instantly. Now, the family searched the yard the next morning. There was no body, there was no red stuff, no trail of it. There was nothing. And they started convincing themselves that maybe it had all been their imagination, maybe it was an actual animal, or, you know, but until later on that morning, the kids were walking to the neighborhood prayer group when they passed the neighbor's house, and she was outside working in her garden. And she stopped what she was doing, looked directly at them, and didn't smile like she normally did. Instead, she stared at them with this hatred that none of them had ever seen before. Such hatred that they could feel it. And then Nadia noticed something, and the woman's right arm was wrapped in a thick white bandage, exactly where her father swore that he had shot the creature only hours earlier. Now, nobody said a word, they just kept walking. But according to Kareem, his family never spoke to that woman ever again. And not long afterward, she ended up moving away, and no one really knows what happened to her. So I want to know, was it all just one terrifying coincidence, or did Nadia's father actually hit the thing that been circling their home, only to discover it had been living next door to them the entire time? I'll let you decide, and let me know what you guys think in the comments.
This brand new Bigfoot video is one of the clearest of all time. It was just posted in early July of 2026. It reportedly comes from a couple of hikers out in the Appalachian wilderness. Not much is known about the events leading up to their insane footage. All we know is they didn't mean to run into this creature at all. When they spotted this creature watching them from between two trees, one of them grabbed their camera and quickly took the video we see here. The video showcases the face of what appears to be an ape-human hybrid staring at them intently. One detail viewers pointed out that was strange to them is throughout the footage it doesn't blink at all, not once. This raised lots of questions. Some took different routes when trying to figure out why the so-called creature behaved this way. Bigfoot believers said it was focused in on the hikers, locking its eyes on them and not blinking as some kind of intimidation tactic.
I got to laugh. But that was a mask, you could tell, from the Planet of the Apes, the gorilla Gorgon, whatever his name was. But that was his face, I could tell, because I grew up watching Planet of the Apes, the original Planet of the Apes. But anyway, we do have, allegedly, have Bigfoots, Sasquatch, the abominable, which is a Bigfoot just who lives in, you know, the cooler climates, you know what I'm saying, like up in the mountains and all that, the Appalachians and all that mountains, you know. But we do have these strange creatures out there, but you have certain people that'll get on the internet or whatever, you know, get out there and send in fake things, trying to get clout, trying to get a viral moment, you know what I'm saying? So they make all this other stuff that's real seem like, you know, everybody's playing a game. When someone really spots one, we don't know if it's real or not, because, you know, all these other fakes that's out there, you know. But if you ever see anything for real and you catch you a picture of it, it makes sure it's a clear picture, because every picture that they show of these things, they're never clear. You know, get your HD camera or something, you know what I'm saying? But again, once again, it's time for us to say goodbye. So, and Fearen Fear Files, I'll say this one more time to you. Look, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Help a brother out there. You heard me? Get me in there with you. Alright. So I can be in on your TV sets in the mornings, evenings, all this type of good stuff. But anyway, and Fear File once again. I'm signing out.